What are we looking at today, guys? We're gonna look at this. As you can see it spinning around in front of you, this is the Corbin Steelworks Slim Sewed. This came back from the knife show with us. This is a full custom built knife. We're gonna take a look at this because it is amazing. I've never seen a knife like this. And for the first showing I've seen from Corbin Steelworks, I'm pretty impressed. So let's turn this around, take a look at it from above, and just, you guys sit back and enjoy, because here it comes. All right, guys, like I said in the title of the video, this is a knife you've never seen before. And I know this because this is a knife I've never seen before. And to tell you the truth, I've never seen a knife like this before. I have to say this is probably one of the best custom knives I've seen in a long time. This was done by Corbin Steelworks. This is the Slim Sewed. So this is a Magna Cut blade with titanium dark tie scales, zirconium pivots, and a lava dark tie pocket clip and backspacer, and that is a full floating backspacer. So this is an incredible knife. We're gonna take a quick look at this. We're gonna do some size comparisons real quick. So your first knife is going to be the Artisan Great White, designed by Mike Gavick. I thought it would be cool because they have kind of similar shaped blades, but it's a good bit smaller than the Great White. So your next knife is going to be the Ferrum Forged Knife Works Aluris. And as you can see, they are pretty much just one for one. Not a huge knife. This is still, guys, I'm telling you, I think this is still my knife of the year. So your final knife for comparison is going to be, as always, the Chris Reeves Sebenza. I use this in almost every video because it's a well-known knife, so most people are gonna know a size comparison with that. So as you can see, it is a little bit smaller than the Sebenza. So let's get this out of the way and we'll take a good look at this gorgeous, gorgeous knife. All right, let's take a good look at this. If you guys hear anything, I apologize. My neighbors are doing some renovation. My neighbor's son basically decided he's moving into their house. So the finish on this, first and foremost, we're gonna look at the blade in a second, but just even closed, this knife is striking. You've got a very heavy, dark finish, blasted finish on this. This is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous finish on this. And then the small little pop of polish on each one of these speed holes is amazing. The pocket clip is just gorgeous. This is that dark lava tie, backspacer, and pocket clip. And then you have zirconium pivots that are just, those are just gorgeous. You get that little bit of a blue hint to that. And then everything on this is just perfectly fitted. There is no high spots, no rough spots, anything. Action on this is truly amazing on this. We'll talk about the blade in a second, but the action on this is just beautifully drop shut smooth. Thumb flick only, huge big thumb area here. Jimping on this is perfect. This is perfect jimping. All other knife makers take a hint from Corbin Knife Works. That's how you do jimping. This is perfect jimping. It's not huge, it's not super aggressive, but when you push down on it, it doesn't go anywhere. You'll peel your thumb loose from the quick before you slide forward to that. Then, like I said, big divot there. Thumb studs, also zirconium, just perfectly sized for this knife, and you have gorgeous, perfect access to it. The stop pin on this, or not stop pin, I'm sorry, the detent ball is not a detent ball, it's a detent post. Some of the smoothest knives on the market, the Grimsmo Norseman and several other knives, use this same one, a flat face detent. It gives you just such a smooth action, but snappy detent on that when you deploy. So now let's talk about the centerpiece of this knife. This is a hand ground blade that I have to say I think is about the thinnest behind the edge profile I've ever seen. Just touching that is terrifying. Magna Cut on this feels like it was done really well. I'm not sharpening this. This is Nico's knife. I'll put up the price. I can't remember what he told me he paid for it, but I will put the price up here. But yeah, this Corbin Corbin Steelworks, I saw a couple of their knives at the show and they were all great. Nico picked this up at a lottery and it is amazing. There's only a couple of negative things that I will say about this knife, but we're gonna talk about this action a little bit more. Just amazing drop shut action on this. No flipper tabs, so you have a very clean look. Oh, that D10 is stiff. But where you come up, look at how married that is. That is just married together and then finished. You can see they did the marriage grind on this and then finished the titanium, and it came out amazing. The lock bar cutout is on the outside and it is a little bit sharp on that. We'll talk about that in the bad, but the finish on it, what I wanted to point out, the finish on it is done exceedingly well and consistent. You can do these finishes. It's not hard to do a finish, but to do it consistent and clean and have it come out as good as this looks is very difficult. So not heavy at all. This is a very good feeling knife. Pocket clip is just about perfect. I've only had it in pocket once just to check the tension, but the tension on it is just about right for most pants. And then, like I said, just the hardware on it with the backspacer and everything, just gorgeous. So now there are a couple negative things about this knife, I do have to say. So like I always say, we're gonna look at the flip side of the knife, flip side of the coin, flip side of the story. So let's turn this around. Let's flip this knife around and take a look at the bad stuff. All right, so there's only a couple little bad things I can say about this knife. One, look at it. You're not going to carry it. This knife is not something I would ever carry. That would get scratched, and this is not something that's easy to replace and repair and get refinished. I'm sure you could probably reach out to Corbin Bladework or Corbin Steelworks and not have a real problem with getting it done. But the fact is, like, this is a very, very easy to scratch finish on that. Next thing, the thumb studs, while they are in a good position and you have good access to them, they are relatively sharp. I've torn my thumbs up lately on some of these knives, but this is relatively sharp on this. Next thing, I kind of touched on it when we were talking about some of the other stuff, but the cutout on this is very, very abrupt. The one time I did put it in and out of pocket, going into pocket, the pocket material catches here and you just kind of push your pants down, even on thinner pants. This would have been a lot better if this had been rounded over, but you can see it does have a nice clean look. It's those 3 holes, which is cool. But if that had just been chamfered over a little bit to prevent your pants from catching on it, I think it would have been better. And then the last little thing that I can really say is this would be a nightmare to sharpen. And that is very, very sharp. If you happen to get up on it, that is piercing sharp. If you happen to slide forward, you've got a little fish hook here that's going to get you. And it's poking me right now. And with the grind as well, there is a hiccup. When the maker sharpened it, the very tip of it did not get fully done. You can see this side still has got a little bit of a facet on the very front. It is just very, very sharp. I have to admit, probably one of the sharpest knives at the show because it's so thin. This knife will cut whether it's sharp or not. But the tip and the heel are very, very sharp and piercing. I was not joking. It literally was poking into my hand while I was showing you the other fish hook here. So not a lot bad to say. As a showpiece, this is a great knife. And the fact that this thing is incredibly well done, beautifully finished, even if there's a couple little hiccups with, you can see the sharpening grind isn't perfect. But like I said, little inconsistencies in a custom knife are the things that, while we get upset about them in a production knife because they should be consistent, those little inconsistencies are things that custom knife owners kind of gravitate to. It's like the signature of the maker on it. Let's turn this around and talk about it and do some final thoughts. Because like I said, this thing is amazing. And to be honest, on every knife, you're going to find problems with almost every knife. The fact how well this is done is incredible. This is probably the best custom knife I've seen in a few years. So that's pretty much it on this one, guys. I just thought you guys would enjoy that. I like to show stuff that, not just the average production stuff that you typically see, but I also like to bring you guys new, unique, amazing things because it is nice to have some of these high-end knives on the channel. So that's it, guys. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure you've got notifications turned on to all, and make sure you've got notifications turned on your device, or you will not get notified of the 2 videos a day. I'm starting to get back to 5 days a week. So that's 10 videos a week you guys will be getting. Some of them are live feeds, but the majority of them are pre-recorded. So other ways, if you want to support the channel financially, you can do it through my affiliate links down below. It's like self-sponsorship. Anything you guys purchase with the Amazon links, regardless whether it's the item you clicked on, I still get credit for it. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout. I have a couple of affiliate links, though, that will save you money. Coffee Brand Coffee, some of the best coffee I've had in a very long time. 5% off your overall order if you use my coupon code CrazySharp, capital C, all caps, CrazySharp, all one word. Or you can just use the affiliate link. It auto-populates. And Atlas VPN is 85% off due to holidays. It's $44 for 2 years of a very good VPN. Other ways you can do it, I have a membership down below. It's all tier-based. Baseline and premium tier members are automatically entered into giveaways I do on the Gilded server. Everyone has access to the Gilded server, but the premium guys have access to a sharpening tutorial series here on YouTube that's behind a paywall. The final way is I have a merchandise store. It's not this stuff. This is old school merch, but I do have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co. where you can pick up my merchandise or other creators' merchandise for a discount with the coupon code CrazySharp. Once again, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. Saves you 10% at checkout. Guys, that's it on this one. I love you all. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next video.